there's my camera again. Be right back. Alright. I feel like... Hold on just a second, y'all, but I feel like I have to... I loaded the game, right? I loaded this game, and at the same time... There I am. Hello, everybody. You read the title. You read the disappointment. In an effort to introduce the world and therefore also make my friends and family disappointed in me, I'm going to go ahead and play the KFC dating sim as somebody who never was at a KFC ever, but like I loaded up the game and I was immediately met with this. I just want you to experience this with me. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a rehash of this. I love it. PsyOp production. I love it. You know you're in for a good time when you see this. You read the title. I'm allergic to chicken. Never been to a KFC. There's no reason for me to complain this, but whatever. We're gonna rizz up the Colonel himself. Look at him go. I can't explain this either, Lousy, honestly. Like, straight up. I'm just here like, what is this? Why is this? Also, hi, Lousy. It's been a while. Good to hear from you. But gosh, I just started the game and was met with it. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna close this back out and open it back up because I'm just like, what? Yep. Alright, well, the best way to do this is just continue from literally nowhere. Alright, my name. My name. Part of me wants to pick something goofy, but at the same time, it's like the 34th expedition. Yeah, that went kind of hard. Oh, I don't know. Actually, no, I like that better. Hazard Kun. There we are. I like that much better. And yes, the chicken icon. I love it. I love it. Okay, I guess this is a visual novel, so I'll go ahead and read everything. I'll do the best I can, but can't guarantee I'm gonna be over here like, oh yeah, let's read everything and not cringe, because I don't know what level of cringe I'm getting into. But here goes. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. See, I already messed up. The world is peaceful and serene. You could just stay in the moment forever. Okay. I love the little chicken poster. Like, what? This person's clearly passionate about cooking. Okay. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Alright, well, I could smack that clock up and at, or throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Colonel Sanders. I feel like I already did that, IRL. Game over already? You might be gone. Hang on, let me just uninstall this game. Okay, let's try that again, unironically. Okay, I already read this. Yeah, somebody rap to this beat. I'm not gonna do it. This beat tough. You know what I'm saying? Alright, smack that clock up and at him. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wonder, oh gee, where's the Colonel right now? Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. I want to daydream. You allow yourself to daydream. It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities. When you realize you're running late, you grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. That sounds like something I would not do. Okay. Eating sounds caught me off guard. What if you were vibing and doing a stream and you hear the Minecraft eating sound? Just... delicious. Just what you need to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. This is gonna be... yeah. Here comes your lifelong best friend, forever. Miriam? I think I'm gonna go with Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. 100 on the name check there. Look at that. Good morning, Hazard Kun. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. I want to try to give her like more high-pitched, flamboyant energy type of voice. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Whenever that comes crashing down, you know who to call. Call me. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. That's so wholesome. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous three-day only semesters. On the real though, imagine being at school and cramming all of that information into 3 days. That'd be the roughest 3 days of my life. I'm not kidding. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Yeah, no doubt. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. What am I getting into? Should you pep talk her or change the subject and give her some relief? I think we should give her a pep talk. She seems very sweet. Yep. She's got all 5 of the herbs, so you deserve a pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot card read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower and the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I feel like I know who we're talking about here. I've been waiting so long to be the handsome fellow that I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating. And you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in it in no time at all. You can't live up to the Colonel. He's the Colonel. And we're gonna risk him up today, isn't that right? As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yes, I can't believe that. Look at that. You can definitely believe it. I know I'm in the way of the dialogue, but it's still funny to me, though. I can't believe it. This is legitimately something I would say. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's... Why? Why did my generation have to name people like this? Hang on, let me get out of the way again. Ashley? Ashley? Ashley. We're going with Ashley. It's a weird take on Ashley, but like, nah, I'm going with Ashley. And she's got the heart-shaped cleavage cut out. Look at that. It's Ashley. It's like, it reminds me of like the spelling for hash brown. Hello, hash brown. Are you here to rival what little knowledge I have of fried chicken? It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. Oh, I'm jealous, alright. Look at the heart-shaped cleavage. I want heart-shaped. Cut it right here. Just cut a big heart right here. Right now. I don't care about this shirt. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Hold on. I gotta repeat this one. Hello, Ashley. Why? Oh, I didn't see their chicken shins. You leave Hatterkins. I'm gonna have an aneurysm by the time this is over. Yeah, for real. Aaron, you leave Hazardkins shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Oh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add the extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Yeah, that's entirely how that works. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, are we all still on the shins? If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. What am I reading? Hold on. Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection. Oh, yeah. Vanity. Got it. Stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see them casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Ahem. Van? You rang? I'm just getting Lurch vibes. You rang? Gosh. Look at this dude. Look at this dude, the oversized belt buckle, the star. That's a comb. Okay, that's a comb in his hand. I thought it was part of his hair. Yeah, who wrote this? Like, what am I playing, y'all? Oh my gosh, I gotta give it to Dahlia for reminding me this game existed, and I'm just over here like, why haven't I played this? I played Sucker for Love and didn't have an aneurysm through that, so there's that. So, right, where were we? Oh my gosh. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend a student. Okay, throwing some shade, okay? I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Okay, sure. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Oh, just look at my hair. You are obviously an amateur. My hair said so. I'm gonna bring back the hair guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Understandable, they don't look like they're worth the time. I mean, look at these two. They look like clowns. The spike belt. Like, what? Oh my gosh, if he looks like this, I can't wait to see the, yeah, this is evidently a JoJo's reference, my gosh, but if he looks like this, I'm kind of afraid for what the Colonel's gonna look like. Like, on that introduction, he's just gonna come in and it's just like, you hear boss music. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. It is a goofy-looking kid. What are you doing here? I want to exit this conversation right now. Oopsie! I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student in the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading. Yeah, I just like have it right here. Ah, yes, Bob. Hi, Pop. I'm Hasek. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Yeah, go through it, kid. Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Aww.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I hope you're not talking about the kid. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting, as students do. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. That is adorable. That is so adorable. Who let this corgi in here? Because I just want to pinch his cheeks. Look at that. Just. Don't you want to pinch that corgi's cheeks? I want to pinch that corgi's cheeks. And I also want to know how he cooks like that. Like, how do you cook with the spatula in your mouth? Like, Urgh. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who's this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Ah, gosh, they're abbreviating it. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof! I don't know if I can respect that. I just want to pinch his cheeks. Just straight up, just literally, I love corgi so much, gosh. I don't know about y'all. What? What? A cute dog is a professor. This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Can he smell the 5 herbs and spices perfectly crafted in a KFC popcorn chicken bucket? Like, I don't know. Y'all fill this in. I never been to a KFC. Out of nowhere. That's definitely nowhere. Wind begins to rush around you Hold on, let me retake that one. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I just want y'all to take a moment and remember, this was actually put out by KFC. This is actually official. And I'm just like, what am I getting into? I'm also noticing the little chicken bust right here. I know my screen's kind of saturated and it's hard to see, but there's a little chicken bust right here and I'm here for it. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Alright, it's risen time. It's like you're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Just look at that. It's just the perfect patch. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Who the heck's Harland? Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he could finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. Okay, I feel like this is a really bad fanfic, and I'm so here for this. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is swept. It's gonna be real hot in here now that the Colonel's in class, but I turn on the AC. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. Yeah, because he's sitting next to you. And this over here must be sweaty sweats a lot. Yeah, you did forget to put on Dio. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle. These people are ruthless, wow. Before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Also, I'm noticing, look at her for a second. She's sitting here like... like, what? Okay, hold up. I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on. I want you to just take in this image without me in it. It's stuff like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just like, what? Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We're in the same kindergarten class. And one is with your really weird what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Hazard Kun sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. I'm sweating right now, just like, I don't know how to feel. I'm sweating thinking about, like, Risen of the Colonel. I don't know. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Hello? I'd like a number 5, please. With, what is it? Mashed potatoes and green beans as a side. What is this game? Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than it gets. Oh, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Please use my handkerchief. And he's just standing there like why is his hands like, okay, hold up. His hand from this angle right there, his hand is bigger than the entirety of his stomach. Like, just I can't reach over there for the proportions, but you can kind of see his entire hand. Like, his entire hand is bigger than his stomach. That's bigger, like, than real life proportions. Like, seriously. His, oh my gosh, his gargantuan arms. He's so strong. Colonel Sanders, do you lift? Do you lift, bro? 'Cause I'm into that. Nah, I'm going for, like, the vibe where, like, somebody gets absolutely shredded on Instagram or something, and it's not even girls that pay attention to that. It's all the guys that's like, hey, what's your workout routine? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. I couldn't say no to that face. I don't think anybody could. Just, oh, yes. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. What's wrong, sweaty? This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? Yeah, I don't know about y'all. I can't go through a day without wearing deodorant. Seriously, like, when I forget deodorant, I notice. How will you respond? I'm gonna take the handkerchief, just because that probably leads to more interaction with this character. You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells like the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. I've never smelled that, so. But why does he have a handkerchief and an apron? You're supposed to carry that in a sport coat or a suit, but just me? Okay. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be adorable tiny food. Is that what they serve at, like, fancy restaurants? And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will now lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. I'm just taken aback by, like, the writing on this. Like, what on earth am I reading? Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Yeah, for real. You gotta like absolutely destroy this dog's vibe. Like, come on. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss quiet. Just get out of here. Late in class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Hold up. Rewind. these semesters last only 3 days, right? This dude has been here for his third year. This guy's gotta be terrible. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. You're annoying the corgi. Look at that face. Seriously, don't annoy the corgi teacher. Let that be a lesson to you students, that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing what appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. We got... You know what? I don't have anything for this. I wasn't prepared for that. The class burst into laughter. I don't know, I felt that was kind of awkward. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. I'm just gonna walk up to each of y'all, watch it, and just be like, oh yeah. What is this game? Ugh. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Sure. You try and decide to butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Oh. Well, I'm definitely not going to eat this one later, so I'm going to go with the chicken snack, but at the same time, I feel like he's going to be the most critical of the chicken snack, because it's KFC culinary school, I guess. Beef treat. Let's see what the chicken snack. I just want to see him hate on it. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Nice, okay. Well. I think there might be some competition for a new star student. Nice. The furry professor immediately devours a snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. I just want to play with a corgi now. I'm not even kidding. I just want to go find the nearest corgi and just be like, hey, I got you a snack. Alright, you see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they want to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. But how did you know that your teacher was going to be a dog? How did you know that? Did you know that prior? Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibility of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, Hazard-kun, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. You gonna make me choose between my best friend and the colonel? This is really taking me back to like those days where like, I don't know about y'all, but like if you're in class and you see like your literal best friend since childhood sitting there, and then like your high school sweetheart that you only dated for like 2 months, and it's like such a heartbreak if you go sit with the high school sweetheart, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, how could you do this to me, you know? And then like a best friend later does the same exact thing, or vice versa, where the best friend's in this situation. Y'all ever been like in that situation? It's so awkward. I think best friend, because we don't want to play our hand to be too obvious, but any group projects, I'm gonna be with the colonel. Okay, you move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class. 1 second thought. I'm going back. You're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders, he's such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten your chance to know him a little better. Maybe. I never sacrificed our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. Oh my gosh. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. See, if she would have understood, it feels like she does understand, I would have picked the Colonel. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Oh no. Yay, quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life in culinary school. Please don't be chicken-faced. I can't. The title is not misleading. I legitimately do have a chicken allergy, so I know next to nothing about cooking chicken or any of that. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If a train is traveling to point A, if train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Train or not, that's law. That is literally law, you know? This is kind of like those questions of like Johnny has 3 apples and then I don't know, Chris has 5 apples. Calculate the mass of the sun. Okay, extremely. Looking at you, Bob. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Okay, I'm overthinking this. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Okay, these 2 answers don't even make sense. So, feather? That's right. What's the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A shovel. Where is that at? Just literally heave it into somebody's mouth. Okay, a meat tenderizer, a spork. I love my sporks. I don't know about y'all. I love sporks. That's right. Look at me go. What food is best for a broken heart? Oh no. Camel meat. A pancake that looks like a silly face. I don't know. I think it's the first answer. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? The best boy. Yes, the best boy. That's a straight answer. Your total score is 5 out of 5. Look at me go. Now, wow, be honest. Did you cheat? Probably. You look to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. Colonel? I know we just met, but I have to confess. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Unironically. Oh, I think you have a beautiful brain. Oh, you could take me and this beautiful brain out on a date. Hot date. I'm navigating the worst fanfic I think I've ever read. No, it's not the worst. It's one of the worst. Hot diggity hazard cone. You scored some major Colonel Sanders points for that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement. Oh, they're gonna put me on the spot. Time for lunch. Oh, thank God. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Just absolutely stop that guy right there. Just like, I'm not even gonna let you have this. You just got the room quiet for me. Hey, yeah, it's about lunch. Everyone, he just walks in a room and goes, it's about lunch. Woo! But lunch. She said, shush. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Look at a student over here. Uh-huh. That must be the smell I smelled. Nadoi. Indeed, that smell. Here we go with the hand again. Like, look how comically big his hand is bigger than his head. Like, this is ridiculous by anime proportions. Like, my hand is not bigger than my head. His hand could easily hold his own head in that. Like, just cradle his head there. Just take this and put it here. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You heard he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? How original. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. That's great. My real question is, can I get away with risen Colonel Sanders without eating chicken? That's my real question right now. Piled higher are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you. You begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Who wrote this? Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spice, not 5 apparently, 11 herbs are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Behold my spices! But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw! Nah, my dude, nah. Listen to Star here. I think he's onto something. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. Spoiler alert now. You wait to see what zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but suddenly she takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. I hope they could fry lots of chicken, because they are comically oversized. Like, why? You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. Oh no. Oh no. That heart-shaped cleavage is going to do a number to him. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame and cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Yeah, she really is her rival, right? Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want it, I'll take his. Well, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration, act unimpressed. Okay, so I have another question. Why is the Colonel a student if he's so incredibly good at cooking already? Like, if he already passed the vibe check, like, why is he here? Just hand this man a diploma and let him go. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and seek your teeth. Well, I can't get past this. Okay. Game over for me. I'm having an anaphylactic shock. It's amazing. And now I'm in a coma. Tasting Colonel Sanders. Food transports you to another... Alright. Alright. I gotta take a second here. It's been 45 straight minutes of just whatever's happening, so... I need to hydrate. It's... This is out there. Along with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly, because that's how that works. You know, I don't eat chicken. On the real. I don't eat chicken. I can't. But I'm pretty sure this isn't what happens. I don't think you escape reality and swim toward the light when I'm eating a chicken wing or something. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. You got focus your mind, meditate on this moment, try to identify every flavor, savor the moment and everything in it. that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim towards the light? I think we should try to get to know a man. Try to get to know him by his cooking. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Along with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Okay, yeah. Okay. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? There must have been some like LSD or something in there, some crazy no substances. How bold of you to come out! How bold to come out and ask. Yeah, nah, I was tripping balls, dude. It's an idea that I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. I love the little, like, model chicken on his little cane here. That's so cute. I love that. Somebody had fun with this. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We got two more whole days to get to know each other. We're gonna speed run the romance arc, aren't we? He's clearly not gonna give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? Oh, I agree. You got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looked both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, "Hello, audience. It's your boy, the Colonel." Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use... It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, you never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you search. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. Am I like a little puppy dog that like can't see his master and it's just like, where'd he go? Where's the Colonel? You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I graduated. It's 3 days. It's 3 days. Like, I mean, even if you're out of school in reality, it's like, I know my time here is fleeting. Like, I know I'm only going to be here at this college or whatever for several years, and it's like, that's it. But 3 days. 3 days. Ah, yes. Behold my legacy. For 3 whole days, I made the perfect bucket of chicken. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figured now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Okay. Gotta neg him to show your own strength? I don't think so. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. I feel like a lot of the, what's the word? Interaction we've had with him so far has been very grandiose, very, like, wow and big. But I feel like after he just shared his, quote, family recipe with you, quote, it's like, maybe his sense of, like, humility will get to him. Let's hope. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. Yes! Got it. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salt Did they really have to use the word interplay? The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate that compliment, Hazard Cone. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We all know that one person that literally, like, they change partners more than they change their socks. I'm getting that kind of vibe. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. It's like anybody that compliments this man's cooking, he's just gonna like rizz you up and then just be like, forget it. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Nice. I like this setup. Look at that. It's like, what's that one show? I actually can't remember it all of a sudden. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing. Seriously, like, if you were to set like a chicken tender or thigh or just literally pieces of chicken meat in front of me, I could not tell you which is which because I just don't eat it. You're not going to blow anything. Except maybe kisses to a crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. This again, really. This again. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel. I was going to pick him anyway, because I already chose to sit next to him. Or sit next to her. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. You know, because I'm totally not doing anything. You know, I'm totally not looking for your attention. Want to be my partner? Aww. Just a little awe in the audio. Sure, Hazard Gun, I'll prepare a station. It's a sentence. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Oh gosh. That is a rock and a hard place. I would pick the, I'd pick the machine. Hello, new partner. Beep, boop. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Let them choose each other and you go it alone. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to be Miriam's partner? A kid or the robot? I think I literally said I would pick Clank, so I'm just gonna go with that. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. I'm not reading that. Hold on there, fellow. We don't even know what the assignment... We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. He does have a face. He's got the little dials and the, like, timer right there. I'm sorry, is that a message thing? Like a message notification on your oven? Guys, I'm gonna send you a message. Tweeting this from my Gucci Smart Oven 2026. Tissue, I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson we're gonna keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. Alright, we're writing a cookbook. Okay. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Okay, so we got steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow the Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I don't even eat here, but I know like everybody gets those two as a side. So like he's got the chicken, you got the mashed potatoes and gravy. Sure. But isn't that like, stop me if I'm wrong, is that no longer on the menu? Because I saw something like that KFC is gonna stop carrying potatoes or something. I've always been something. Parts that came out from behind him. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I think we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? I want to know who wrote this right now. Colonel Sanders casts coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Yeah, embarrassed, you turn quickly away. You quickly turn away. I can't even get this right because I'm over here like, who wrote this? I'm over here like, for real. Like, why? I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Yeah, let oversized hands here get them. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. He could probably like put the whole, like he could probably put like a whole 5-10 pound bag of potatoes just in one hand and be like, allow me, and then sets it on the counter. Like, oh. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? I see this character. And all I see is, like, you see it too. Like, who stands here like, actually though, we're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my hand. Did someone call for me? Okay. Nice. Someone called for me. Oh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Hazard Kun's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Music's really distracting. It's just not justified at all. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you. He probably just literally, arms full of peeled potatoes. That must be a lot of potatoes, like the oversized arms. Just clutching it right here, like, he probably would, like, gosh, I don't know. Tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old, quote, friends, quote. Oh, howdy there, Ashley Van. Are we working on a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no, it looked like Hazard Cook was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I hope he stands up for you. I think this is where this is going. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Ban. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that positioned itself at your station. Okay, we're going with old route. Okay. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit each other like a thigh and drumstick. It just makes sense. I hope Colonel stands up for you. It's gonna be so good. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley. I can't even say Ashley, unironically. Ashley is really good at... is really going at you. The music's so jarring. I'm sorry. Like, this doesn't fit. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Okay, this scene is so jarring to me. I'm just like, I really want to see how the Colonel feels about this situation, because you can see on his face he kind of looks disgusted a little bit. Like I saw earlier where he was like, you know. But if you really are on the right track, it's time to test that. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. I'm here to learn and express myself via the cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Nice. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Hazard Kun as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Hazard Kun natural talent or the loyalty. Yes. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. I would say don't, like, get used to that, though, apparently. He looked for sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. Yeah, this game did nothing at all so far, except for maybe wanting to go play with the corgi. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hand's been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you already crushed the boiled potatoes in a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your national passion guided you through the steps that you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I don't know if I could do that and trust that. I don't know if I could do that and trust that. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his... I'm gonna paraphrase. Colonel Sanders extends his massive hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Behold! The music really, like, it's like, behold, potato! Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of look good. Colonel Sanders holds the spork out to you. You reach and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork. And for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. The world stops, but I look at you, chicken man. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. The time stands still. If you love something, set it free. We're putting it on the menu, boys. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with the sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Oh, I know, when he gives you the spork. Oh, gosh, so romantic. I might cry. Oh, and then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the spork ball of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. I wouldn't say that's beautiful, but anyway. Fan, do something, do something. Oh, gosh. What's he gonna do, hit me with his hair? Scooping up the fingerful. Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravies and realizes this is delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. I'm just imagining the little star hair being like a slink. Just slinks away and his hair's like retracting. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Hazard Cousin. We do not waste food in the cookie room. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Oh. This is catching me off guard, sorry. Can I has potatoes? I don't know if I can make it through this one without having any injuries. I'm straight up just can I has potatoes face? Like who asked 2007 Bean Culture to be here? I didn't ask for that. Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Okay, what's he got? Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Okay, while it looks cool, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably very expensive. You ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite. You all look on with envy. Yeah, this dude keeps getting cock-blocked constantly. The interrupting student rushes at Man, swipes a plate off his signature. Swipes a bite off his signature dish, right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus rush may have been turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Okay, this is literally the throwaway here. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. He literally is a throwaway character. If we're only, what, 2 days into this and a man has died? It killed him! Yeah, 2 days into this and we just straight up killed a man. Everyone step back, don't take another. You look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Ew! Ew! Like, just, ugh. Pop winces in pain for just a moment and is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. What did this man make? What did Star Hair make? I'm more impressed than I am confused. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. I know this stuff was meant for you. This is meant for you. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the entire crowd. There is motionless statues. This game's pretty jarring. I'm not gonna lie. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. That is one good skill to have, I guess, if you could even call it that. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. I would be asking for a raise after that, too. No joke. I would be like, look, I stopped a guy from dying. Actually, no, he didn't even do anything. Ghost of student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Nobody cares. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sander approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Aww. You can walk me home with your giant hands. Any threats would be immediately turned away by the size of just these massive hands. I wouldn't want to catch those massive hands for real. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. I think this looks peaceful. Looks very peaceful. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Yeah, you're at a cooking school, and now might be the perfect time to tell him that you're developing feelings for him. What am I getting into? I'm an hour into this, roughly, and I don't know how to feel. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Hazard-kun? There's something I need to tell you. Sorry, who asked? I'm looking for who asked. Who asked? Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Ah, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes, floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up. Wait, what? Oh, his hair. His hair. I'm the one to say inspirational stuff would be the star of the story. What are you, like a Nepo baby or something right now? Like, geez, dude. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? Yeah, yeah. You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance here, a long sad sigh. Yeah, who was the throwaway character again? Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The spork monster is here to fight. I don't know if I can make it through this one, guys. I don't know if I can make it like out the other side of this game with my Sandra attack. This here, like, I want to take a moment, just to appreciate the sport monster. We got gravy drool. We got what, 4 appendages? 5-eyed sport face, I guess. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me? How dare you threaten me just as I was laying down my card connected with the chef on an emotional level? Be afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster, see? He's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Before you can discuss syntax any further. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I chose to play this today. I did. We had a JoJo's ripoff, now we have Final Fantasy. What else are we gonna do? Attack. What attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. Sport Monster won't forget this. Sport Monster is feeling really threatened by your attack. Sport Monster focus their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I don't know, defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening, this is not happening." That's me with this game right now. This is not happening, this is not... Oh. Sport Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once landed. Sport Monster uses Ulti Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Alright, I guess there's no choice but to go on the offensive. Decide to go on the attack. Cook with love does 1 damage. Sport Monster is oozing cheese sauce on the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Go ahead and get the garden hose. Okay. Feeling vulnerable, Sport Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot high power. That's an image. Gosh, that's an image. Hot power bench does 10 damage. Sport Monster is defeated. Like, you saved me. An injured Sport Monster, sweet steam. Oh, we get to spare him or not. Well, he totally jumped me, so forget mercy. Finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. attack. You ready your final attack. You'll never survive my student debt loan destruction. Yeah, now we're talking. Sport monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Hazard. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Are we going back to Sucker for Love, where we have this Necronomicon, but KFC style or something? You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed on it is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Gee, it sounds like a dog's name. I wonder if it's the dog. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding a mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. The Chickenomicon, yeah. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. Yeah, absolutely. But how did he know where you live? That's my question. Okay, anyway. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you tucked in tightly. I, too, would love it if the Colonel tucked me into bed. This feels like a really bad fanfic. Good night, my point exactly. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Playing this is so jarring. Like, I don't know what to expect. I'm just here like, alright then. Like, it's just like, that happened. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? There was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the sport monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. I'm so glad I did not pair you up with the child. We got to talking after class. He's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Because I'm sure that's his oven or something. Did you know that Colonel Sanders is the most popular kid in this high school? I couldn't tell. No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular. He was voted prom king in school, and he didn't even go. He was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at. Get off this man! Get off this man! Get off of this lab! You know what I mean? I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooking language translation. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow at this new point, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. you have an idea of how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, I cooked with them. A very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was like unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spice. Gosh. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I'm the only one that... I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? You should protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Alright, I don't like this whole interaction just because of, like, I look at y'all. I'm gonna look at y'all. Let's say I have a secret. And I'm like, guys, oh my gosh, I have a secret, right? You're gonna sit there and wonder, what the heck's a secret? What is a secret? What is a secret, right? It's like, why would you mention it if it's supposed to be secret? Why would you even bring it up? Like, evidently, you would not... Now I'm stuck between telling her what Colonel told me and lying to her straight up. Like, why would you do that? Why would you come up to somebody and be like, guys, I have a secret. Y'all, chat, I have a secret. Guess what? It's totally not a secret if I tell you. It's like, I really like, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, seriously, I'm not even disappointed in Miriam, because Miriam's just naturally curious. Y'all are kind of like chat in this scenario. It's just like, you're sitting there and I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, I have a secret, I can't tell anybody. And you're just gonna sit there and wonder about it. Like, this whole interaction is just dumb. So, I don't know. I'm gonna, like, completely try to trust the Colonel this run more than... I don't know. He did do a huge favor walking you home yesterday. I will say that, after the spork monster attacked you. So we're gonna go with the fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was an Eye of Newt. I know, it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you satisfy her curiosity and she'll move on. But yeah, like, no, if I sit here and say, oh, I have a secret, y'all are just naturally going to be curious. I can't fault Miriam for this. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not... Yeah? Before you can ask her to confirm, she was definitely not texting secrets to other people. You're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. See, he's right there. He's already right there. He's literally like, sharing my secret, aren't you? It's Colonel... He's riding a horse to school. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. I'm just gonna run to him, I guess. Yeah. You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of a stallion and ride away together. Then I'll show up for good. Ugh, female friendships be like... Oh, Colonel. My Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. The little chicken patterns, like... I feel like I'm in the middle of fanfic hell right now. Let me take a little water here, because I'm just like... I'm actually playing this. I'm taking time out of my own life to sit here with y'all and play this. I chose to do this, and I'm gonna see it through, but my gosh, is this just jarring. This game is... That's the one word I have for it so far. It's just jarring. It's like, turn, 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 turn. And I'm over here like, I don't know how to respond to everything. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. You go, oh, you're just... Day 2, and you've already fainted twice. In the darkness, you see a vision. Oh, Hazard got a message. Not this guy. Yep, it's gonna be that guy. It's important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you could save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. I can't remember it 1 time. And that name is... Yeah, jarring. But before you continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He rouses you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Both of these are very weird options. But let's go ahead and be strong. Lean in for a kiss. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You've known him for a day. Are you really sure? I guess you must be. You put your arms around Colonel Sanders' neck and pull him in for a kiss. But he turns his face and you awkwardly kiss his ear. You can feel him shudder. Too soon. You clearly mistook his compassion for love. Yeah, I'd be embarrassed too. Your soul crawls back inside of itself and you instantly die of embarrassment. We'll try again. I felt like that was too soon. I'm just like, well, it's only 3 days, so why not? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna kind of skip through this. Yeah, we already did this part. Okay. So I chose to, gosh, just make me click through all of this. Fake ingredient. We decided to run to him. Yeah, this dude again. Da da da. Alright, so compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school. Maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who is in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. Oh gosh. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship. I really appreciated the horseshoe, the way it melted into my face. Like, oh. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. They're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bat? Are we tiptoeing around Sucker for Love right now? Like, for real, like, honestly, I feel like I'm playing that again, but this one is somehow more jarring. I'm not even kidding. It's somehow more unpredictable. Because I'm kind of at a point where, like, I played a lot of horror games, and jump scares kind of sort of faze me, kind of not. But it's like, we're tiptoeing around that. We got the Chickenomicon, and then we got this reference. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming. I don't need... His field of view must be pretty bad. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mine your own wax honey? I hate this character's interactions, just for the record. I really do. I feel like they're not worth the time of day, so when I act like they're not interested. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. Try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Look at this face. Totally not up to something. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rule. I'm also noticing just now the drumsticks on her thigh. Like, nice touch. Ugh. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary schools. It takes culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. How original. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. Alright. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them with his mouth. Or in his mouth. We're playing! Again, what I said about jarring. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Yeah, let's put a stop to whatever weird stuff we got going on in here and try to act normal for 5 minutes. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's such in a hurry. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's beady foot. Ugh. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. I'm gonna give him that voice. You know good. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Love it. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ah, yes, that would totally charm me. That would totally work on me. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Based. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. Didn't you just roast a kid yesterday for being late? Just yesterday. You were like, terrible, he's late. Why, how could you, you know? I spent the morning chasing a car all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. Sprinkle stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Oh. Down, boy, down! I'll top him! Does he speak German now? I'll top him? That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson? Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed there. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. Just disassociating to that face, just the way he holds his glasses with his, which I don't get that. It's like a certain pose he's doing, like where he's just like whatever. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Hazardkin, naturally this appears to you be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? I'm sure I'm hot and bothered dreaming about this guy, so just a glass of water. That's always a solid pick. A glass of water. Always a good pick. By the way, you need to drink more water. Right now. Do it. You grab a glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp, like the purest of snow melted by a mountain spring. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. And you've got an excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Guys, it's day 2. It's day 2 of this, and you're over here already making announcements. Like, they got some main character syndrome or something, like, actually, though. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Ooh, I like both options. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time, or step up and tell them you're on. I never back down from a good challenge. And why does she look like, in that particular post, she looks like Jessie from Team Rocket? You see it? It's like a mirrored R, kinda. It's like you got the top part of the R here, and then her legs are kind of making the other way. If she would just do that the other way, it'd be perfect. Alright, you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, huh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption. That's your... Gumption. I've never heard that word in my life. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach boiling point, Sprinkles steps in, and surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is the lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. I walked into this. Letters, real big. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. I stand correct. I think this game prides itself a little too much on being jarring. I'm kind of... I hope y'all are having a good time with this one. I'm over here like... It's like when you're sitting on a roller coaster. I'm literally sitting here right now. And you're sitting on a roller coaster, and you kind of see the turns sometimes. You kind of see the direction it's going. And all of a sudden, you're just upside down certain seconds that you don't expect. And you're just like... Right? And you're just like... That's this game right now. It's just like, sometimes it takes that weird turn that you just don't see coming. And some you do, some you don't. You're just like... sitting here, like, literally, like, bracing for it. It's like, ugh, you know. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that can't be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case... Jeez, okay. In case anyone was wondering. I hope this message lifts you to victory. Okay, dog, you were so full of yourself. The Colonel is so full of himself. He's just like... Do the little pose. Just... Who unironically poses like this? Just unironically. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance. I'm just going to refer to her as Jessie. I absolutely hate your name, and I know that was by design, but I'm just going to call her Jessie, just because she's doing the Team Rocket pose almost. Okay, like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had this chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one. You're feeling like you can really impress me again here. Let's hope. Let's hope. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Turn up the music. That's pretty good. Okay, this time it kind of matches the vibe. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? Oh, there's a timer! There's a timer. Okay. It's 100 Celsius. That's right, but how will you know have gotten that into... Or how... That's right, but how would you have gotten into the school without knowing that? Winter gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. Oh, it's on. It's on. I love corgis. It's on. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11. It was 11. That's right, you might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging its head. I will pet that belly. Come here. We'll pet that belly. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Jessie is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? A small town. No! Okay. It's a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Next question. You try to shut the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Sizzling! Ah, that's more. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you as a good... Oh, who would have guessed the pep talk from Colonel Sanders? He's actually cheering you on. Nice. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you really totally forget what you're doing. Yeah, yeah. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. No, that's a bad time. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to build an original? What were you thinking? Get your mind back at the competition. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? Yeah, you're out in La La Land. You're gonna lose this. You know what? Should you focus on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. Wedding vows. What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof. You're really struggling to keep... Yeah, no, it's like... The timer got faster, too. I was just like, I'm just gonna click one. At the next station over, Jessie has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Ugh, yikes. It's like... I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Hazukun does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. You hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's over mixed. Oh no. Hazukun, no. But you're not fast enough, your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly speeding beaters. There's There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Have you seen those industrial-sized mixers, though? Like, that would really mess up your hand. Like, no joke. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Yeah, you're gonna lose this one. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Hazukun's injury. I said energy. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he walks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. It looks very... It looks like just a pile of sugar. I know the saturation's up on my end, but it just looks like sugar. I was gonna ask Hazard-kun to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh, that's cool. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette, a top slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Wow, okay, that's cool. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he digs his finger in the chocolate sauce. Yes, let me try your dessert. I'm going to use my giant hand to go through the chocolate. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Jesse? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Jesse leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Bro's literally just sampling this dessert, and it's like, oh. Okay. I'm wondering if they registered that, the whole wedding vows thing that I said during the speed round there. So, allow me to act bold. I'm going to put myself between Colonel and Jesse. Reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that flavor for flavor. Ew! Ew, okay. But this is an actual problem. Like, I've grown several beards. And the way that food retains in your beard is just gross. Like, that's the reason I try to stay somewhat clean-shaven. It's just because I don't like the feeling of having food stuck to your beard. That's like the one thing where I'm like, ugh. Game over. Yeah, let's try again. I'll have to go through this again. Gosh. But yeah, no, for real. Like, the way just food sticks like that. Let's see if I can't, like, speed through this. I think you're supposed to lose this, so I'm gonna hit buttons. Oh, game over. What? Is there a save point? Hold on, is there a save point? Is there, like, a save point I can go back to there? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to pick the same stuff, so let me lock in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually lock in. Hold on. It's 11. I hit gratitude. trying to hit all the same answers I already did. Okay, this is the same. Okay, there we go. Internalize the rage you feel. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eye... I'm so mad I'm singeing my eyebrows off. Just... whoosh. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Yeah, I'd be a little overwhelmed by that. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Jesse are in love and decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. I said awesome. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? It's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Way to rub it in, dude. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an I've been great at pronouncing these obscure things so far, but this is the first one I'm kind of like, what? Obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cool. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gosh. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rifle. He survived for a while anyhow. Okay, you went from 0 to 100. Yeah, I just shot a man. Alright then. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from ever giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit could be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Kids just listening in. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. I literally had my hand messed up and my eyebrows are gone. Now I got the sport monster. Gorko, the sport monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. It's the little rival twins. They resurrected it. That was Gorko, my twin. I, Gorko, and Hiromu avenged them. Yeah, they got summoned by the twins. Are you stronger than Gorko? Well, we're twins, so... No, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Gorko pretty easily. I don't think you've got much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. Or I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Hazukun is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got all these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. Toss a biscuit and the Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. Is that the kid? Is that the kid who died? I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. Porco used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there will be some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Hazard, but together I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but you're sure it sounds like you're about to find out. Wow, who wrote this for real? For real. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. A chef, food, real good. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with. I'm trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it as a secret just for you? He shared... Okay, hold on. He shared a secret with you, so I feel like you should with him as well. So reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' deluxe hideaway. Okay, I'm a sucker for some good coleslaw, though. Let's be real here. I love coleslaw. Magnificent. Together you chow on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire his taste later and think back on this moment. That's creepy. That's pretty creepy, dude. You could offer to make him more, but it seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. The chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Ugh. Taxidermy? It must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped on the chicken foot reads, "The true state of bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on then okay. What about this? This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Wait, what did that say again? It was like, our chicken is prepared sashimi style, I think. Take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap on an item. Okay, that door opened. I'm gonna go ahead and do these real quick. An adorable baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Right? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Okay. This photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where I discovered his secret herbs and spices. Oh, history fact. They used to eat mummies. Yeah, I'm not either. That's weird. They used to eat mummies. So one of the frame photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken, drumsticks, and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You gaze out the window across a vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking of heading out into the world on a quest to avenge me? Oh, dude, you're the throwaway character. Please stop. Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I can just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Nobody cares. You open the window and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. Gosh. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in the... Those aren't good smells. Summer of 69? Oh, I got that song in my head now. No, it's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's a lock of silver hair was woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. His hair is actual silver. That is a flex and a half. Alright. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Oh my gosh. We're in weird fanfic territory, guys. I don't know about this one. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try and act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. Oh my gosh. Aww. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Ah, crap, the jacket. Forgot to take it off. I think you should fess up and tell the truth. It seems like this guy doesn't really like it when you're very forward. So, I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leading Colonel in such a midst of emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, that's okay. What is this game? It's just like, I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence? Who asked? Who asked, literally? You will awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. That looks like a great morning. Look at that. I would love to be met with that landscape every morning. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if a recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace could be the world's greatest gift to cookery. He does have the ego. Dear God, he does. Let's flatter him? You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner, could it be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you are on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Why would you do that? It seems like you're having a great time. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on a saga of me. Best friends do be like this, though. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Okay, I'm really glad I didn't pair her up with the kid. That'd be so weird. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. Just a quick reminder, KFC officially endorsed this. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little Italian guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends. And things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection was wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Aw. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You could tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, even though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. Oh, I was supposed to give him like that, really dumb voice. Get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Hazardkin, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Understandable. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? How's it going? How's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Yeah, it got crushed by a mixer. It's gonna be fine in one day. Promise. Hey, Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Still looking for who asked. Technically, I believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Hazard-kun. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. The one thing that kind of bothers me about this character is just the amount of ego oozing from Colonel. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Hazard-kun. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Jessie for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Jessie, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, it's that book? It looks like bad news. Is this something I found lying around? It would appear that to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spell? Oh, we're going this route. We're going this route. Fellas, I'm in fanfic hell. I really am. The more I read of this, the more I'm just like, Like a book of spells, I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open the book covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says, I will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not ruin and dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. I favor the fortunate. The fortune favors the bold. Cast the forbidden spell. You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble upon the words, and the only effect it seems to have is make you forget what it is you were doing. Oh, right, after looking at the page again, it comes rushing back to you. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. Cast it! Get good. I did it! You sleep softly, is this? Did I reset the entire game? I think I reset the whole game. Gosh, no. I reset the whole game, guys. No. Come on. Come on. The whole game? The whole game. Really, you're gonna be like this? Okay, is there... Okay, I can hit the space bar and that makes it faster. The whole game. I get to sit here and redo all of this. I can't even load anything. Yeah, how do I... No, I need quality. Gosh. It's probably the best way I can fast forward this. I can't believe that resets the whole game. I have to remember all the stuff I picked. Let's see, best friend. I'm just gonna try to pick the same ones. My gosh, that does the whole game. I can't even load back to the checkpoint. Like, are you serious? gosh. I do love the animation. Okay, Aw. Okay. Kid died. Just hearing the sounds in succession is kind of nice, like, just one thing after the other. The whole game, guys. The whole freaking game. Just because I did that spell. I threw the whole game. Fake ingredient, yeah. I ran to him. I got kicked, right? Yup. Okay, I don't think it matters how you do this. Yeah, I don't think it matters how you do this bit. Why is the fast forward thing so long? This is incredibly long. Oh, some more ones. Okay, we were here. Yeah, we were here and I explored the room, revealed the secret. Told the truth. I love how that's still going. Flatter his stupid ego. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay, don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. Clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Hungry! You reach in your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkle immediately go for it and gobbles up the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but it's not. But not much in the world satisfies like ungraded work. My hazard couldn't. Were you studying something with cinnamon? I have been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. The This actually brings up an important part. Thank you, Hazuka, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks going to affect the room. Ugh. Y'all, take that somewhere else. Nah. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown out from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us perform a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Zzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold hands and as you pedal down the mountain or a cliff for all I care. Sad beat. My man Clank. Oh no, he's gonna get it. My man robot. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Bzz, bzz. No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank. That is one hot sneaker. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried steak. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. Is it the dead kid? I think it's the dead kid. In terms of deep friend footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate, but we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam. Are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? You know what, based. Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sandra's stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for the both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Jesse. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on. Hazardkun's famous chicken pot pie. Y'all want some of my delicious pot pie? After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Hazardkun, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm begging to visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Yeah, fess up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping help of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. I have never had a chicken pot pie. Please, the next time y'all have one, enjoy it for me. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is to accept the cook. Here we go with this music again. There are no rules except that is. Gosh, this game's so jarring. I'm having a hard time keeping up with the dialogue. I'm just like, gosh. There are no rules. That is except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. Decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Jesse are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Sometimes, I get what this game's getting at, sometimes the best is just the simple way, you know? Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with plenty of action. Everyone's calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare for food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. I love to see that, just a raw chicken just in the air, and then you're just like battering it with seasoning and flour, you know? Egg whoosh! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster? Van flexes his pectorals and he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll it. Jessie scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shadow personality spatula. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna make it through this game. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity, as it was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. You know what, Based? As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Jessie has her spell book out. Is she gonna use some dark magic to turn the tide? Probably. Got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win after another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Hey, Colonel always said there's an easy way and a hard way, so let's do the hard way. Who needs magic when you got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you chose to win on your own terms, and he gives you the subtle wink from across the room. Yeah, like he literally said there's an easy and hard way. I believe in you, Hazard Kun. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Hazard, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn and notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. How wholesome. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied about and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world is she getting the eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the Spork Monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed magical items that accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, he guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top shelf, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like in monster school when I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hand. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Well, I'm not dropping out. Yeah, I'm not dropping out. We made it this far. You summon extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Are we going Super Saiyan? Mac and cheese Super Saiyan. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for it. Yes, Hazuka, you're the chosen one. You will avenge me. Who are you, dog? Who are you? Power you summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time. Which would be super useful, because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven can't be served. Ooh. But don't worry, here has it cooked. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decided that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed is to make mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been really my thing. I follow my heart. What? God. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes upon. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass our individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that only can come from one student. I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that room closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging onto a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Gee, I wonder who did that. I wonder. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? Would someone ask for a wedgie? Who am I to review? I knew it would be him. I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Here, please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and savories. That's so small. I'm just trying to imagine, like, using, like, you know those little, thimbles they use for sewing? Just, like, putting those little chopsticks in that, and just kind of... My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea I made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkle carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. I literally said thimble, nice. A+. Rarely do I do a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Hazukun, for helping me to believe in myself. The power of believing. Van Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made unis over smooth egg custard and axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Yeah, that's eccentric, alright. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles! A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it! A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose past. He can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue. Yeah, seriously, it's a urchin, dude. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Ah, geez, sounds familiar. Hence the title of my stream. I would have been long dead in a coma and probably just ceased to exist by this point. So much chicken in this. I can't eat fifth. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have made it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't death count temptate. This isn't the last you heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Jesse, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by a sugar glass. Hold on, that's a lot. Orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. This girl is really good at making, like, very niche desserts. I love me some Turkish delight, not gonna lie, but it's just, like, so oddly specific, you know what I'm saying? That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Here we go. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something? How's it good? I told you, it's a display piece. Jesse, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. Watch it taste terrible. If I wanted to be judged on anything, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. Okay. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Jessie, and she finally can't keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. That's a familiar line. And with that, Jessie storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You ever loved, hated something? That's me in this game. You pass, you pass it, you pass it, you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. I think he cooks with LSD. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even the Van and Jessie are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declare that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, their students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! I'm not doing that. Who knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Jessie tell everyone they committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. They just consciously chose to be the villains, you know? Yeah. That's such a fitting shirt for him, or lack thereof, like seriously. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. It was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. No one cares what your name is. Get out of here. Ah, amusing. Now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up to talking the sport. Sorry, party monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop, and he arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see a perch atop the dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, okay, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. It literally says such and such, right there, such and such. Okay, the music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, we still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I feel like I knew it this whole time. What? Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates! Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough for him to give them just a bucket of chicken. It's time for a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history, the chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. It's almost over. It's almost over, guys. The end? No, it's not the end. No, please let it be the end. Oh my gosh. As everyone feasts on a delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Hazuka? I couldn't help but wonder. Was our final exam team up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs? Two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this deuce I do? Deucey do? Doozy do? Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel a surge of energy jump from the tips of his fingers. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cookery, so tender yet refined, so milky smooth, fingers like finely battered drumsticks, turned in flour, soaked in buttermilk and dusted with exotic spices. Girl, calm down. Oh. They do not reach for tongs, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight, they reach for you. And though our feet may tire of dancing, believe that this is just the beginning of our steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not only join me up and partner in both business and in life? You gasp, could it be? Is he really saying me and you together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No, even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say, no. I love you, Colonel Sanders. The end. A PSYOP production. I love that. Well, let's just say that was a moment, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm gonna pretend I didn't play this. Seriously, like, have you ever loved, hated something? But good work. I love the art. I love how cheesy it is, but at the same time, I find it really. It made me not want to go to a KFC. All I want to do is play with a corgi. I just want to go, like, pinch a corgi's cheeks. That's the only thing I feel right now. But anyway, more streams to come. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm over here like, I don't know what I just witnessed. I feel like I witnessed something. Something. That's all I got. But anyway, hope y'all had a good time. Leave a like, subscribe, follow. I don't know. It's up to you. Anything's appreciated. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see y'all next time.